everyone, and welcome to another stream. And I forgot to adjust my microphone, so excuse me for a moment. I hope it doesn't do too much noise for you guys. I need to place it right in front of me so that you can hear me better. Alright, there we go. So, in case you're wondering, I am still on Barbarian, mainly because I didn't want to log in on Fencer, since we did log out in a spot that might be vital to whatever happens next, so... Well, that might be slightly overselling what's going on, but you know. Alright, a longsword, and there we go. So, in case some of you do not know, this is Skogul the Fencer, my new Iron Man character. His challenge is all about not having a backpack or a bag or anything at all in his backpack slot. In other words, we simply cannot really loot anything. Hey Maestro, welcome to the stream. I haven't seen you in ages, I think. Let me just answer one of our boys. Alright, so, as you can see, we don't really own a rope, on account of us not really having a backpack or whatnot. So if we ever want to escape this place, we first need to drop a rope on this floor, and then we need to also drop a rope on the floor above us. And that floor above us only contains a single damselfly, and they don't exactly drop ropes very often. But oh well. We are still not done with this particular cave, so for now let's not worry about it. I don't think there's any better spot for us to visit right now. So, we are going to be killing salamanders today. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. We are going to need a brass helmet and a scimitar, which is 19 attack, 2 attack larger than the longsword that we currently have, which we also have dropped from a marsh stalker. Now, if at any point we are able to escape this cave, which I hope we will be, we are going to go grab that machete again. If you haven't seen the previous stream, then we found a machete in the daily spawn that you usually... Oh, nice food. In the daily spawn south of Venor that we usually go to. However, very unfortunately, we happened to kind of drop it into a swamp, so I couldn't reach a daily spawn, another daily spawn, I know, the one you probably know from Skogul, the Looter's Challenge. A daily spawn containing... Yeah, stop messing with me, Envy. I know my microphone is busted today, I checked. In any case... yeah. We need the machete from a daily spawn in order to access another daily spawn that would contain a steel shield, soldier helmet, chain armor, and studded legs. Quite a lot of cool stuff, I know. Sadly, we cannot really obtain it at the current moment. Why all the lights off? So, according to what we established on the last stream, apparently there's a lot of salamanders in this part of the cave, and since the salamanders are the only thing that we really care about, well, maybe that and also damselflies, since they can drop potions that will definitely come in handy. And we are already unlocking some bestiaries. I don't think we are ever going to be able to unlock any charms, since we cannot really gather any gold now, can we? So, I've been wondering, I've been thinking about what we are going to do with travels and spells. One thing that we came up with on the Discord channel is we basically could have a way... Oh nice, we got a rope, that's going to be useful. I don't know how the floor below us looks, so I might actually just throw the rope down there, just in case. That's what I'm going to do. Yeah, it's more salamanders, so we didn't need to do that, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. And there's another rope, yep, a complete waste. So, as I was saying, we currently have no way of getting gold on this character, right? So we cannot buy any spells, we cannot travel with ships, so we are quite limited. Now, there is a way to travel between cities, at least while we are still a low level. However, that may change pretty soon. As you can see, we are leveling quite rapidly, and the salamanders do not appear to be very keen on dropping anything we need, so it might take us a moment. However, yeah, eventually we are going to do something about travel. I do not mind playing with only the two spells that we have, right? A poison cure would be nice, having magic robe would definitely help a lot, but these are not mandatory for us to continue the challenge, at least for now they are not. But what I definitely need is a form of travel. So if the little method that I have come up with doesn't work, we are going to be in quite a lot of trouble. So we could either add a ton of gold to the character and add a clause that I can only use the gold for travel, which I guess we can't really use it for anything else, save for spells, but yeah, I just won't. Or there is another way. You see, it is possible to obtain a unstamped parcel as well as a label from a daily spawn. So we could use those items to send ourselves a package. Now, we won't be putting any items into our inventory, right? So sending a package to ourselves is completely 100% according to our rules. The only problem is we can't really do anything with the package that we send to ourselves. If we fill the package with gold, right? The gold that you have in your mailbox, they do not exactly work with the bank system. So it doesn't count towards the gold you have on your account, you can't use it for anything really. There we go, level 12, just what I needed. Right, so that's a no-no, we cannot use any gold that we give to ourselves. We could potentially just place some loot items, maybe creature products, into the parcel. And with that, we might be able to sell those, on the market. However, I don't really want to use the market on this character, because one way or another, using this whole parcel exploit, all it's going to lead to is basically us circumventing the no bug part of the challenge somehow, right? So yeah, I still don't know how I want to proceed with all this, but thankfully we still have quite a lot of time. I don't think we are going to be at the point where we need to worry about travel for a couple more hours at least. Hey Vance, welcome to the stream. I don't think you have missed much, just us suffering a little bit more than usual. Oh baby, so I've been thinking about this challenge all day today. I really couldn't wait to start grinding those salamanders again. I think a scimitar that we are after is like 1 in 100 drop. In fact, let me fact check that really quickly. Let's go. Salamander. And a loot statistic. Right, so a scimitar is 1 in 206 in fact. And what we... oh, we got a bow. Now that's rare. A bow is 1 in 136 apparently. What we also want is a brass helmet, which is 1 in 51, so getting that bow now is quite unlucky. Yeah, it wasn't any... oh, there we go, the brass helmet. It wasn't any serious suffering, you know, just something that Germans would call Weltschmerz, which basically means pain of the world, though I am sure you know that. Alright, and more ropes. I don't know why I keep trying to search those guys. Okay, so we have the helmet at least, that is going to help us a little bit with all the damage we're taking, at least I hope it will. All that we are missing now is the glorious Scimitar. And once we have that, we can start slowly working on trying to get out of this place. Now, we can go about this two ways. In fact, I think that is the way we are going to go about this. Namely, we are going to start working on getting out of here already, right? Because once we want to leave, we cannot. We need to drop one more rope from that single emerald damselfly that spawns there. The sooner we start killing that damselfly, the closer we are going to be to getting out of here. Of course, there's other players that might come and meddle with us. Hopefully, no one thinks to do that, who would want to see me suffer even more. Oh, here's the neat part, Mestru. There is currently no end goal. The thing is, I don't want to set anything specific. We are not really limited to any region. Like I said, we can't really hope to travel too far, but some level of travel is still possible. So, as long as the world is our limit, right, we can go wherever, whenever we want. I just want to see how far we can get, because obviously some of the higher level enemies, they hit a lot and they're designed, not only enemies but places, designed in a way that pretty much requires you to have a ton of potions in your equipment, right? I think around level 50 you really stop going to places that let you simply hunt around only based on your skills and mana regeneration. Depending on where you go, of course, but I think level 50 mark is pretty much the moment where you cannot really count on not spending any money during your hunts, even if you really want to. So we want to get as good gear as possible. Hopefully we get something good. We are going to stop once we feel it's impossible. Oh right, I forgot about our spoon. Yeah, I think I might just allow travel, but literally nothing else. We're going to see. Like I said, it's not really a problem right now. I don't think there's any places that we might want to go currently, other than the free account mainland. I mean, we might want to go to Edron because there's a bunch of quests with cool loot that we could get quite easily. Right, because in Edron you can find like brass legs, which aren't going to be an easy drop. I think the weakest creature that drops them is a tarantula, and we are definitely not killing a tarantula on Fencer anytime soon. There's also a steel shield, which we are technically going to get quite soon, but I don't think... Yeah, I don't think we need that, so Edron would pretty much only offer us brass legs. It might not be worth going to Edron then. Let's think about what else can we do, because like I said, I didn't really do any planning on this character quite yet. I am mostly focused on figuring out the exact rule set, you know, about the travel and stuff. I didn't really think about further progression. So once we get the Scimitar, once we get the soldier helmet and chain armor and stuff, what's next? That is a pretty good question. We are definitely going to be able to pick up the scale armor from the Scorpion quest in the well, in the Taisk Troll Caves. That's definitely something. Is there anything else? Any other low-hanging fruit? There's the Dusok Clan Cave, but it's only a longsword. We are going to have something better real soon. I'm going to have to look at quests. Like, it has to be quests that do not require us to hold any keys or any other items. So, for example, we cannot get noble armor on this character, right? Because we would need to buy a key. And we cannot have money or hold any keys on us, so that's a problem. Oh yeah, Dark Shield, that is a good one. Dark Shield is like... is it stronger or weaker than a Steel Shield, actually? I think it's stronger, right? Actually, let me just check. Dark Shield. Dark Shield is 25 and Steel Shield is like 21. It's way better than I remember. So it's like one worse than... oh, it's one worse than a Dwarven Shield. I think that modern Dwarf soldiers are actually easier to kill than. Completing the Lighthouse quest. Remember, we don't really have that much healing. Well, I guess, maybe. 25 defense, and Dwarven Shield is 26. I mean, we can try it, that's definitely something to try, but don't you need a second person to complete the quest? I think there was something like that, right? You need to stand somewhere or something. I don't know how I feel about teaming up with other players on this character. I mean, for quests, it should be alright, right? If it is a quest we cannot access alone. I think I'm going to wait on that and see. Alright, let's think. What else can we get? We could try hunting some beholders. Try to drop a two-handed sword. That would be pretty neat. Then again, I'm not sure if I want to go for a two-handed sword. I mean, wait, a two-handed sword had like a crazy defense rating, right? I think it was like 30. Let me check real quick. 25, alright, it's still quite decent, so we might not want to go for a two-handed sword, since it's only 25 defense. I mean, it is the same as a Dark Shield, one weaker than a Dwarven Shield, so technically, early on especially, the two-handed sword might be a great weapon, but can we really kill a Bone Lord with just a Scimitar? That is the question. Maybe if I were to collect a bunch of health potions from these salamanders over here, since they dropped them, and then lure them all the way upstairs, and then go somewhere. All the way to Thais, I believe we would have to go. There's a ghoul, there's two Bone Lords, we might just camp there and see where it takes us. I don't think there's any spot better than that, really. Hey Eduardo, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I haven't really streamed in quite a long time. As you can see, we have a new challenge here. Basically, normal Ironman rules, except... oh, health potion, that's going to be great. Regular Ironman rules, except no bags or backpacks in our backpack slot, which means pretty much no loot, and we cannot open our depot. Yeah, I decided to do a little bit of a recycling of my characters. So I'm hanging up the Barbarian challenge since I am hard stuck currently and I seriously don't feel like grinding levels just to be able to progress a little bit. I am replacing it with some other main series that I am going to reveal soon. And I am replacing Skogul, the Ward Weaver, the Fairies Only Iron Man, that is no longer going to be continued either. Probably I'll reuse the character for some other challenge later. But until then, he's out of the picture and he's replaced with this character over here, Skogul the Fencer, the guy who can't really pick anything up. Yeah, I hope that was clear enough of a quick recap. Yes, there are some Bone Lords, but I think there's also a lot of other dangerous creatures, right? There's like a scorpion, a ton of poison spiders and wasps, which are going to whittle our health down even more. Oh yeah, I mean, quite frankly, the best fun I had when playing the Ward Weaver, the Fairies Only guy, it was the very beginning, right? Where we had to kill a Puka with only a Wand of Vortex as well as the basic Flame Strike, right? That was difficult, that was fun. Going back to the Tarantulas as well. I mean, I probably can't remember how much I hated it, but yeah, I remember this stuff fondly. Yeah, I basically needed to refresh some of my stuff. I really wasn't enjoying these characters anymore. Both Ward Weaver and Barbarian are at a point where I would need to grind levels for a long time to be able to progress anywhere, and I am really not about that. I like farming items, I like hunting for something, you know, some clear goal, and not, well, maybe if I get 50 more levels, then I'll be able to try at, right? I dislike that sort of thing. So, I have already given a bunch of hints. I'm quite sure many of you guys already know what I'm going to do. Nice, another health potion, we need to remember that. I am hunting in this spot because I can drop a Scimitar over here, which is a 19 base damage sword. As you can see, our current weapon is absolutely horrible. I can't really hope to go to Alavar's vault like I did with Skogul, the Ironclad, since I cannot pick up any destroy fields, right? And I believe I need the destroy fields to be able to walk there. Absolutely, actually. I don't have any healing items. I would not be able to make my way in there. So yeah, the broadsword that I used to skip early game weapon progression on Ironclad is not available to Fencer, so I need to start by looting a Scimitar and then hope to upgrade to something better. I am thinking about Bone Lords, but I didn't really put much thought into it yet. There might be a better option. For a while I thought I might be able to go and do some arena, Svargrund Arena on this character, right? But like I said, I'm not sure how to travel there yet, and I think you need to pay a fee to enter arena, so that is also not possible at the moment. So yeah, that's about it when it comes to news. I really regret not sitting down and just making a flowchart like I always do, you know, with items that I can potentially get listed down so that I know exactly where I'm going to go next. I didn't do that yet for this character. I did that for the next main series today, and yep, I got fired up and started working on it instantly. Insectoid eggs. I don't think we have eaten in a while. Yep. Oh baby, let's go. So, since we cannot pick it up really, we need to take this off, loot this corpse, like this, And there we go, 19 attack and +1 defense bonus. That's huge. Alright, so since we already have the Scimitar, we need to start working on getting the hell out of here, which is not going to be an easy task. First of all, where's my health potions? I think they were somewhere south from here, or maybe north. I know I have left them somewhere. Oh yes, it definitely is, but I also like having a basic idea what I'm going to do, right? I mean, most of my challenges I have only been able to complete properly thanks to your guys' feedback and ideas, so even if I think I have everything figured out, I usually don't, and yeah. I rely on your advice more often than you think. It was the case with this Salamander Cave as well, actually. Since I didn't know there was a cave that contained mostly salamanders in here. Yes, this is probably what I'm going to do, but I want to put that decision off for as long as I can. Perfect. I just thought that I'm going to need a rope to lure my potions back up, and instantly we get it. Okay, so here's our potions. We have 3. We can definitely try and use them to, well, firstly, get the soldier helmet and steel shield. Secondly, if we still have any at that point, we can go ahead and use them for some of that scale armor hunting, right? We're going to need to kill a scorpion. I don't think I'm going to stick to my rule that I need to kill an enemy in order to access the quest that he's guarding, at least on this character, because it's going to be so much suffering. So yeah, we can get the scale armor, and after that, if we have any health potions left, which I don't think we will, we can utilize them to hunt some bone lords. Though, while we walk, I'm going to also take a look. Well, here's the thing though. I think not being able to use a rope is a vital part of this challenge, right? We can only really hunt in areas that can drop a rope, or otherwise we have to go and hunt some trolls before and have enough ropes to throw them down on every single floor, right? I think it's fun the way it is currently. If I ever feel like it's getting tedious and I don't want to bother with ropes, I might get some spells, Scimitar included, but for now I think the things should remain the way they are. Sorry about that, guys, had to mute my microphone really quickly. So, somebody threw us a rope, but obviously we are not allowed to use this rope since it is not ours. So yes, let's first of all try and attempt to hide our potions so that if somebody enters this place, doesn't see them straight away. I think they will anyway, but whatever. And let's just roam around, try to wait for that damselfly up top to respawn. I think that's pretty much the only thing that we can do. First of all, let's check what exactly the damselflies can drop. Right, a rope. 1 in 20. That shouldn't take too long, right? I'm pretty sure that we can get it like maybe on our first try. We did kill like 4 of those already. Shouldn't be more than half an hour, I think. And we still need more levels. I definitely don't feel comfortable fighting anything stronger yet. Yeah, I definitely agree with the shovel part. Not having a shovel is quite interesting, though it also just amounts to us finding a daily spawn, of which I know there's a bunch, and just tossing it around with us, should we need it. It's pretty much the same case with ropes. Well, we are going to work this out at some point. Alright, so I think we're going to go like here, do a small loop, then go back south, rope ourselves up again, check for the damselfly, then do a small loop down south, go back to the damselfly, and so on and so on. Okay, I can see Envy, you're logging in. You had better not log in to cover the entire place with ropes, alright? Or steal our potions. Both of these would be terrible. Don't do them. Oh wait, I cannot use this rope like this. Alright, let's see if we can drop the rope this time. Are we this lucky? Nope, not yet. In fact, let's use the fish to conceal our potions even better. There we go. They're pretty much invisible right now, so even if somebody comes, they won't be able to steal our stuff. Yeah, you know how very untrustworthy you are, Envy, right? I don't think you have ever said a thing and actually meant it. Okay, can you please stop dropping rope, salamanders? I kind of need it to drop from somewhere else. I mean, at least we are lucky enough to have that one rope. I mean, that single damselfly spawn up there, right? If it didn't, then we'd be absolutely stuck forever. I remember the short adrenaline burst that I got yesterday when we went down that hole and I didn't see the damselfly instantly, so I thought that we were done for. I mean, if we ever get stuck, right? What should we do about that? Because obviously I'm not just going to accept it and stay forever. In that case, we would only have like 2 options. Number 1 would be to die and respawn somewhere else, and obviously lose items, but what can you do? Or alternatively, oh my god, I forgot how to accentuate that. Yeah. On the other hand, we could just get ourselves roped up with some outside help. But I think I like the idea of having to pay with our blood for our mistakes way better, right? Even if we lose items, we would definitely be able to regain them later on, once we get a rope, and lure ourselves back up again. So I think that's going to be what I'm gonna do. Yeah, I'm never going to ask for a rope up. I have decided that is not something I'm comfortable doing. If we get stuck, we take the L. Yeah, I don't know why my farm... You didn't, come on! Was it you, Envy? Did you steal our potions? Did you kill the damselfly? Or was it some random guy? Right, so I guess we don't have any potions. That's quite alright, I don't think we needed them anyway, plus we don't have to throw them around, so that's also something. They were only going to slow us down in the long run. Yeah, when you say it like this, then I am even less inclined to believe you, you know? Just kidding though, I know it wasn't you. No, it's okay, I believe you, man. Don't worry about it, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I mean, this is a low-level area with a lot of low-level players that would not pass up the opportunity to pick up additional mana potions, right? We can't exactly be surprised that somebody picked them up. Hey Fernando, I'm afraid it is not possible indeed. You used to be able to place pretty much everything in your left and right hand, as well as in your quiver, right? They were pretty much universal slots. But that is no longer the case, and you can only hold a weapon in your right hand, a shield in your left, and only light sources in your quiver, and that doesn't even count all light sources. Okay, you had better drop a rope, man. I am not playing around anymore. Give me the rope. Okay, I guess we are playing around some more. Yeah, I remember I used to play a paladin as a kid. I would always play a paladin because I saw someone hunt Cyclops with a paladin pretty easily, and I thought that was so cool because I could never kill a paladin with my knight before. So I decided that paladins are the most powerful class, and I would only play those from now on. So I would play a paladin, reach like level 20 pretty easily, as you do, and then get pretty much too afraid to go hunt anything harder, but also too bored to hunt the Cyclops continuously. So what I did was place a baguette in my hand. By a baguette I mean obviously Tibia bread, and then fist fighting kill some minotaurs south of Thais. Oh yeah, I don't think they had cucumbers at that point in time. Those are pretty new. And I am from a mysterious realm that I am not going to reveal unless you're inclined to dig some deeper, because I'm pretty sure some people have figured it out before. But for undisclosed reasons, I prefer to keep this thing a mystery. Or Carameno. Wait, Vance, is that your new character? It is, right? Right, because some of you guys may not know, it is something I need to remember to mention in my next video, but one of our boys, his name is Dim in the Envy. You... I caught you, like, you know, red-handed or whatever you call it. Yep. Let me just throw all these ropes. You know, your ropes are actually coming in handy right now. I'm using the ropes and they are hiding my one health potion that I was able to smuggle. Yeah, I know I have a weird accent, and I don't think it is quite typical for the country that I come from. It's just a weird mix of me trying to imitate a native English accent, as one probably always does, right? I don't think there's a single person that tries on purpose to sound different than perfect English. Yeah, so basically that's what comes out of my mouth. Though from what I have heard, most people from my country, they have way different accents from me. I guess it's a mix of me having a unusual voice and a weird accent as well. Yeah, so I forgot to explain the story. So, we had one of our friends, his name in the chat on the stream is Dim. He had a character in Tibia called Only Vance, right, with a V. So what we thought was a pretty silly name, pretty funny, at least that's what I thought. But at some point, after he actually quit playing for a while, he got reported, I think, right? And somebody said that his name is a brand and it shouldn't be in the game. Oh, I forgot to spend my mana again. I am the worst when it comes to sparing mana. In any case, he was told to change his nickname, right? Quite obvious. However, since his name wasn't offensive, he got put into this special system that allowed him to pick another name. So he would suggest something else, right? For a couple of times. However, every single time he kept the name Vance in the name. And they kept rejecting him because apparently the problem wasn't the resemblance of the brand Only Vance. The problem was Vance kind of, sounding exactly like the brand of sneakers, right? Which is just laughable. So his new name suggestion got rejected like 3 or 4 times. Can't remember how many chances he got. And since he couldn't come up with a legal name in Sipsoft's terms, he had a random name. He was given a random name to his character. So now his name is Orkara Mino, and it's the worst name that I have ever heard. Not gonna lie. Oh boy, another Scimitar. I did not expect to see that. Maybe somebody who needs it is going to rejoice upon seeing it on the ground. Yeah, right. I'm quite sure you didn't envy. Weren't you the one asking me where I'm from over and over again? Okay, more ropes, that's fine. Damselfly, please. You see those, right? You know what these are? You have a chance of having one inside, so please give me one. Nope, not this time. I guess let's hide the potion again. Just in case. Well, this is fine, right? I still am going to need more levels. We are probably not getting the most EXP per hour that I can hope for. Was it Pup? No, I think Pup joined us pretty late, right? It wasn't instant. Pup was like a first place runner-up. I'm pretty sure your first guess wasn't correct. I think you got me with some silly shit first. I can't remember really. Oh, now a Damselfly drops a rope. I'm not going to comment on that at all. So, since we have a lot of time, I'm going to place auto chase. I'm going to slow down with the hands, but I'm going to check the list of sword weapons in the game. Sort them by attack, and then we can see. So, we currently have a Scimitar, which has 19 attack. What's better than a Scimitar? A jagged sword, we cannot get that. We did not pick up the items from the Island of Destiny, obviously, since they would make things way too easy. A Templar Scythe Blade. It drops from a Lizard Templar, and I don't think these are easy to kill, so that's also a no-no for us. 24 damage, a Spike Sword. So, it can be bought from a shop. That's a no for us, for more than one reason. They drop from a vampire, and there is also a quest, Spike Sword quest, but we have no chances of completing that quest anytime soon, since it has a lot of fire devils that are going to shoot us to death, most likely. So a Spike Sword is also a no-no. And next up, a Broadsword. Let's see. So we could get it from Alawar's Vault, but we cannot complete Alawar's Vault because we cannot have a Destroy Field, healing items, or we cannot carry any keys. So that's also a no. What's next on the list? A Serpent Sword. It can drop from a dragon. Also Draconia quest. No way we do Draconia quest on this character. Requires more players as well as a ton of keys. Okay, let's see if the guy respawned real quick. Rope up. There she is. Please drop the rope. Be a good girl. It's a 1 in 20. You know you can. Nope. Alright. So a Serpent Sword is a no as well. Oh, now that's an interesting item. A Ratana. 27 attack, a very decent sword, but we would need to hunt Corim Charlatans for it. Now let's see. And auto chase, why did you escape? Corim Charlatans, we could also drop a leather harness from them, as well as a Spike Shield, which has 28 defense. That is actually a great weapon. However, Corim Charlatans are pretty strong. They have like 17 armor and can hit for like 100 maximum damage. I don't think we can handle them right now. Maybe if we can get some minor upgrades first, it might be possible, but not just right now. Crimson Sword, yeah, that's a no. Two-handed sword, right? It drops from a behemoth, and it's also a daily spawn, as well as a quest in Plains of Havoc. We definitely cannot make our way to the Plains of Havoc. Alright, so I guess that's the game plan for now. So we are either going to go after the two-handed sword, or we are going to try fighting the Corims. Yeah, you're quite right, Eduardo. A two-handed sword might be the best option for us right now. Let me recast the lights so that you guys don't go blind. Yeah. So we are probably going to have to go hunt Bonors. Damselfly Wing, still not a potion that we are after. I certainly did not talk smack about harness. I mean, we are going to have the scale armor way before we get a harness, right? the rarity of those items, the difference on the rarity, yeah, pretty huge. And I am definitely not switching my scale armor for a harness, since they have the same amount of defense, and a harness is just a little bit lighter. Because, in case that much is not certain already, I don't really care about capacity. I don't think I have any chances ever to max out my capacity. I think even if right now I were to equip all the heaviest items in the game, I would still have way than enough capacity. But yeah, I think for now the two-handed sword is a pretty solid contender. Here's the problem though, we can't really have... No, I didn't talk smack. I might have been slightly critical, but I'm definitely never talking smack. We don't have the privilege of switching between weapons now, do we? If we go a two-handed sword, then we have to get rid of our shield. And right now it's not a huge problem, right? Because we can just drop another one. It's not such a big deal. There's a lot of copper shields easily available, not to mention steel shields aren't that hard to get, battle shields, yeah, possibilities are endless. But it will not be the case once we drop a better shield, right? For example, imagine we're hunting Bone Lords, and for whatever reason, by some crazy twist of fate, we instantly drop a Bone Lord shield. What do we do then? Do we keep the Scimitar and hope to drop a Ratana from Corns early? I think that's our only choice at that point. I mean, I am going to worry about that once that happens, but we have to be very careful with what weapons we use, because, like I said, if we choose to go for a two-handed weapon, even though it is decent, and it's definitely what we are going to do actually, we are going to go for the two-handed sword. We are going to pretty much disregard any and all shields that I might drop for the next couple hours. So arguably, I think a combo of Ratana plus Spike Shield would be better than a two-handed sword. Yeah, but for example, we get the two-handed sword, we start hunting Corm Charlatans. What happens when we drop the Spike Shield, right? It's also a worthy upgrade, we definitely want to have that, but we won't have any weapons if we do that. That's a problem. Hopefully what happened though. Dobra. Okay, let me just wait a moment for the Damselfly to respawn. I'm sure it will be there any second now. We must have done the loop way quicker. Actually, we are definitely not getting a bright sword on this character. We cannot carry any keys, and we are going to need a lot of keys. We cannot really carry the power rings. I mean, basically we could toss them around, but I don't think that's going to be viable. Oh yeah, you're right, Envy, that's actually quite smart. Yeah, I think we just have to take DL and hope nobody takes our Spike Shield if that happens. Yeah, many quests won't be able to... We won't be able to complete, mainly because of required items tab, right? If it is something simple like shovel and rope, maybe we can manage somehow, but if it has to be a key, if it's something that comes in a bag or something, yeah. or rather should I say, if it doesn't come in a bag, then we cannot pick it up. That's the case. Because if it is a old school quest that gives you a bag filled with items, then we are Gucci. But if it only gives you a key, then there is pretty much nothing we can do. Well, I went for sword fighting for no particular reason at all, other than my character has this cool skin that is holding a sword. Yes, the two-handed sword is a daily chest, but it is a daily chest in Plains of Havoc filled with a bunch of Cyclops and Minotaurs. Oh, oh my god, Envy. I did not think about that, but you're right, we are going to need another rope. Yeah, you're quite correct, I didn't really consider that. Well, we'll see, maybe I can come up with something. I'm pretty sure that clubs have the best progression path, mainly because at level 50, is it? Or maybe 60, I will be able to just go hunt toads till I drop the Warhammer. And that's crazy. Or if we are feeling brave enough, we might be able to go and pick up the daily Warhammer spawn in the Dragon Lair. Though we will need ropes for that, but I guess we can think of something, right? So yeah, maces might be way better. We can also drop a Morning Star from Bone Lords. From Ty's Lighthouse quest we can get a Battle Hammer. Yeah, just like you say, Morning Stars. Maces have a pretty good early game progression, though... Oh, we could also try to travel to Ankra Moon and start digging for scarabs and get the Darmanian mace. Yeah, but I think that makes it a little bit too easy, in my opinion. I'm not sure how access would go, but I guess we'll just have to camp a single Cyclops, hit it over the head very slowly over and over again until it drops a halberd. Maybe even go Deep Link Scouts and then... Well, I got a Scimitar from a Salamander. That's what they drop, that's why we came here actually. To get a weapon upgrade. Okay, still no luck. This is taking way longer than I anticipated. Well, here's the thing. There is a way of travel that we might be able to use. I'm not 100% sure. We are going to check it later, once we get out. I don't want to reveal yet, because it just might not work. And it really doesn't matter whether we check it now or later. Yeah, if we were playing any other character, then I would have gone for some other weapon type, I suppose. But I'm going to stick to swords, just to be at least slightly referencing our character skin. But yeah, I think the best way to go about this, if we really wanted to min-max, would be to go for clubs. Right, so I'm not sure if we are talking about the same TPs, so I'm going to reveal what I mean. It's not very rare. I think a Scimitar is like, what, 1 in 200 I said today? 1 in 200 from Salamanders, and they die really quickly, so it's not a problem to drop it. I think I am, yeah. I see no problem with offline training on this character. I mean, obviously. It is a premium account character. And the only addition to his challenge is the fact that he cannot have a bank or backpack. The gnome teleporter. Oh, actually the gnome teleporter is a interesting one. And we might be able to use that now that you... Wow. I completely forgot about the gnome teleporter. So yeah, the gnome teleportation system, it might be what we need. Though I have no idea what prerequisites we need to match to be able to start the quest. Yeah, on this character I have no problem with offline training. It's a good thing you mentioned it. I didn't do it before because, yeah, we had to log in kind of in the middle of the caves, so obviously, but... Oh, I need the crystal. Well, I'm going to read up on it later, maybe there is a way to go around it. But, my boys, there is another travel system in the game. It stops working, I think, around level 20, so I am looking at this level up bar with quite a lot of disdain. But you are able to fast travel. What you have to do is go to a temple, ask for an adventurer's stone. Now, I'm not sure if that part is going to work, right? Because we obviously kind of don't have an inventory, so they won't be able to put it in our inventory. But if we are somehow able to put our hands on an adventurer's stone, we can talk to an NPC there and ask him to transport us to another city. And then we go through the teleports, and rather than bringing us back to the temple we came from, it brings us to a temple of another city. So that is a sort of travel. I think you can only use it like a couple of times, and you cannot use it anymore once you hit a certain level. Can't remember the details, and like I said, it might not work since we might not be able to obtain the Adventurer's Stone. So we are going to try every single way. Once we run out of options, I'm just going to allow travel wherever. Just because locking this character to only mainland is going to be pretty boring. Yeah, we are gaining levels really quickly. I don't really like this, to be honest. I'd rather level up a little bit slower, so that we can focus on other stuff. So, let's start taking bets, I guess. I don't think I have a way of making a poll in the chat. Or maybe I am? Oh yeah, I am, so just give me a moment and I'm going to create a poll. What level am I going to escape the Salamander Cave at? Question mark. 14, 15, 16, 17. Yeah, I think that's enough. So, hopefully you can see the poll. Yeah, it should be visible in the chat. give me your honest vote, and those who guess correctly, well, I don't know. We'll think about that later. So, everybody is voting for the most unfortunate option, I see. You're definitely not helping my morale. Okay, I can see some other answers. Somebody is saying 15, 2 people voting for 17. I had no idea you can do polls so easily, that's pretty cool. Okay, it's a 50-50 between 15 and 17. So, since there's quite a lot of people voting, let's say the group that guesses correctly, if you want to participate in this sort of thing, I'm going to transfer 5 Tibia coins to the person who gets it right. Or persons, if there's multiple people voting on one option. So don't just vote for 17 because you hate me, okay? Consider other options. There's Tibia coins in it for you. So don't be mean. I'm not sure how well this is going to work, by the way, because I can't really see who is voting for what, so it's all going to be pretty much hearsay. Yeah, I totally voted for the right thing, please transfer. But we'll worry about that later. I mean, on one hand, I'd like to get out of here already, but on the other, we might not be able to find a better hunting spot for ourselves right now. This is quite beginner-friendly, I have to admit. Right, so for whatever reason nobody believes in level 16. Not gonna lie, I did not expect that to happen. Right, thanks Vance. You're the only one who believes. I mean, I was hoping somebody would go for the brave level 14. I mean, it's possible, right? It would pretty much mean the very next damselfly is going to drop what we need. It's absolutely not impossible. I think we have killed her like 5 times already. Alright, one more vote for 15. Right, if you don't want TC, I'm just not going to give it then. But I don't think you're going to win Envy, because I'm quite certain you're the one who voted for 17, right? You're the kind of guy who would do that. And no rope, I'm afraid. Yeah, so... For no concrete reason at all, I think I'm going to stop walking around for a second and just camp that single damselfly to avoid getting too much EXP, though I cannot really say there is a rhyme or reason to that decision, and it definitely has nothing to do with the poll. Instead, I am going to go ahead and take a look at armors that we can obtain, right? Since we have already done some research on the swords, let's take a look at the armors that we can have. So obviously we are going to jump straight up to a Scalo armor. That's going to be an easy get. There's a dark armor quest in Edron, but we would have to go past a bunch of orc berserkers, leaders, as well as a giant spider, so that's not an option for us. A plate armor, let's see what we can get from, or rather where we can get a plate armor from. Apparently there's a plate armor quest. Ghost ship between Venor and Russia. Skeletons, ghouls, ghosts, vampires and demon skeletons for just a plate armor. Right, I don't think we're going to do that. We can also drop it from this following creatures. Nothing easy. Oh, Valkyries, obviously. I forgot about Valkyries. So, that's a possibility. Still not respawned, okay. So we might have to fight the Valkyries then. Maybe Kongras, Destroyers, Crystal Spiders, right, unlikely. So a plate armor is not out of the question. I also know of a place where you can get a plate armor daily spawn, but yeah, it's not an easy one either. Anything better than that? Noble armor we cannot get. A buckle or a knight armor perhaps. Let's see. Knight armor drops from Black Knight, Giant Spider, Hydras, Juggernauts. Yeah. Let's say plate armor for now. Valkyries are doable, it's going to take us ages, like always. I have the worst plate armor luck ever, but at least it's possible. So let's not look beyond plate armors for now. Okay, let's take a look. Try to kill the damselfly. Who knows, we might be able to get the rope on level 14 after all. Nope, not this time. And since we had so much fun just... Oh yeah, I mean, tasks is definitely something I'm going to do. But not before we figure out what to do with travel, right? And crocodiles aren't that easy, so we still need to think about that. Alright, so let's take a look at legs while we are at it. We were at armor, so let's search for legs. So, if we ever allow travel wherever, then we can get the brass legs from Edgerun Quest. That's a huge upgrade. Other than that, there's plate legs. They don't really drop from anything easy. Like, the easiest creature that drops plate legs is probably... Dragon, I'm going to say. Risk that statement being inaccurate. Let's see, is there any alternative way of obtaining plate legs? Unrusting rusty legs, sure. Yep, so it's going to have to be a dragon then. I'm not going to check boots, I'm not going to check helmets, because I'm pretty sure I know all about early game helmets anyway. Right. Let's check for the damselfly and then we can get back to making the rounds, I guess. Alright, so for whatever reason, even though I decided to stand still and not EXP anymore, there is one more vote for level 17. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to go farm Orc Spearman. Studded legs are rare enough to give me a headache just hunting them. Well, I don't think I can do tarantulas so easily on this character. They do quite a lot of damage, they can get you totally poisoned. I mean, if I allow for travel, which I will definitely end up doing. Then we are going to have a lot of more options when it comes to tasks. We'll be able to farm a single tarantula and stuff like that. Okay, level 15. So, if we get the rope now, then a total of 3 people are going to be correct. Well, I think if we get a two-handed sword, I might be able to fight a tarantula. I think I did it with Ironclad before. I mean, it was quite a long time ago, so I can't remember the details, but I don't think it was such a long time. Yeah, I actually fought tarantulas with a broadsword, right? And then I dropped a two-handed sword and started finishing them off a little bit faster. And I don't think I used that many potions. Yeah. I mean, it might be a while before we can hunt them without any potions, but maybe if we get cooler items from the snapper, if we ever get to doing that task. So, I think I've said that already a couple of times, but in case you guys don't know, I haven't done a single task other than the Minotaur task, the one that ends with you fighting the Horned Fox. No, I am definitely not going to the Port Hope area. I'm going to find a nice spawn of a single tarantula somewhere and just farm it very, very slowly. That's the only way we can go about this. So, anybody can tell me how do tasks work exactly? Because, like I said, I didn't really do them before. So, I basically do the task to kill like 100 creatures, and once I am done, what do I do? Do I have to go to a specific place to fight a boss, or...? I think I remember some random teleporters in random places. So, it all depends on how hard to reach are those teleporters going to be. Yeah, I'm quite aware of the single tarantulas in ties, though it has a very, very slow respawn time. I think it respawns for like half an hour or so. Right, so where exactly is Hyde located? It is hard to reach, probably, right? Alright, so... Right, so crocodiles aren't going to be a huge problem, so I'm definitely doing crocodile. But what about tarantulas? Also, is there a level requirement to go for the crocodile task? I think there is, right? What is the maximum level that is going to lock us out of crocodile task? Oh, alright. If it's easy to reach, then we probably can do it. Still no rope, by the way. Alright, so we might be able to do hide there. It's going to take a long time, but the possibilities are endless. But yeah, once again asking, what are the level requirements? Do I have that quest active currently? No, I don't, right? Yep. So... Oh, 6 to 49, so I can definitely do them. I won't run out of time, thankfully. Okay, 8 volts and it's 50-50 between 15 and 17. What's the problem with 16? Why is that not possible at all for you guys? Not even a single person believes it can take a medium amount of time. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to have trouble fighting a Midnight Panther on account of its never spawning, literally. Alright, tarantulas and crocs. I don't think we'll have any trouble hunting the crocodiles. Yeah, so I think our game plan for now is going to be... we leave this place, we get the steel shield, we get... soldier helmet, chain armor, scale armor after that. Next up, we go farm beholders, try to get a two-handed sword. Once we have the two-hander, we can go do the crocodile task. We should be around level 20, maybe 20-ish. Once we are done with the crocodile task, we're going to check our options, see if we can get some gear upgrades, hopefully yeah. And then we can slowly start hunting the tarantulas. Yep. That sounds like a plan. Wow, I was seriously worried that we might spend a long time in this dungeon, but I didn't expect it to be like an hour and 20 minutes. I don't think I can sustain hunting ghouls, cyclops, and bone lords at the same time. I'm most likely going to go to that spot north of Thais in the middle of this swampy lake. I can't remember what the lake is called, but there's this hole surrounded by stones. There's like 2 bone lords and a single ghoul, and you can fight them one by one if you're careful. It would be really sweet if you could kill that ghoul and get a life ring pretty early. We can wear the life rings obviously, so that would boost our power by quite a lot. But yeah, I will probably end up just camping a single bone lord. In fact, there is a bone lord that we might have to camp, but I would need to drop a rope. There's that single bone lord in Khazad-dûm, right? Yeah, there's a lot of spots that have single bone lords in them in Tibia. There's the bone lord under the triangle tower. Is it called the triangle tower? I can never remember the name. But that single tower that is kind of in the middle between the desert quest and Thais and Venor, you know the place. On the top of the tower there's a dwarf geomancer, a monk and a witch, and at the bottom, deep in the tower, there is a bone lord. Oh yeah, there's one north of Amazon camp as well. We have to consider not only the bone lord itself, but also the respawn time, as well as potential surrounding enemies. I need a place that would be close to a source of food. So I guess the triangle tower works best, because there's a ton of wolves around. I don't know how well we can manage against the ghoul, but the Luguri spot would be pretty nice if we can kill the ghoul reliably, since we have that chance of dropping a life ring, which is going to speed things up a lot. Black Knight quest has a lot of bone lords, and I think there's not a single one that comes alone, though I can't remember that well, so I might be wrong. But it's pretty far away from everything, and we also need the key to enter that place. Oh, sword fighting 31. For whatever reason, for a moment my brain did not register what happened. Some weird text appearing on my screen, what the hell. Amazons and Valkyries do drop food, but they're pretty difficult, so I might not do them. Yeah, exactly. Valkyries, if they're really trying, they can seriously combo you with their spears and stuff. I mean, they are not as bad as they used to be in earlier versions, but... yeah, that's the problem. I'm always going to need a couple of ropes on me. And by on me, I mean... yeah, we're always going to have to toss ropes all around me. By the way, Envy, I am very disappointed by the fact you didn't fill the entire floor with ropes. I appreciate the effort, it's pretty funny, but it would have a way better impact if the entire floor was filled with ropes. Oh wow, good job. Well, yeah, maybe if I do some offline training, I might be able to get better results, especially since it will be more than 12 hours, since I can't really stream every day, and I won't be playing this game, this character I mean, off stream. So we are definitely going to see a lot of power boosts between streams. But still, skill doesn't mean that much compared to equipment, and currently ours suck. I mean, I did call... I did catch him red-handed, as you said, but... yeah, I still don't know what to do about spells. I mean, we don't have mana potions, so we are definitely not going to use any offensive spells anyway. So making an exception for just a single spell also doesn't make much sense to me. Especially since it is possible to get around it. Oh my god, it has been pretty much 1.5 hours of us just constantly walking around in this hanging place. I was seriously hoping it would be like, 40 minutes tops for us to get the Scimitar and get out of here. But this damselfly just doesn't drop a rope. Yep, still no rope. In fact, what I'm going to do is Cyclopedia and track drops. Okay. We don't want to accidentally skip a rope once we drop it. Well, yeah, I seriously hoped it would be a quick wrap-up, and then we could go on to other endeavors, but apparently we're hunting in the Salamander Cave like a bot. Forever. Not even on the cool floors. We are... right, we got a rope, but not where we need it. Yeah, there's way better places in this cave to be hunting. And we are stuck just orbiting this suboptimal area, just trying to drop a rope. Truly miserable. At least, I don't think... okay, I'm not correct. I was going to say that at least there is no swamp I could accidentally throw my rope into, but there absolutely is a swamp I could lose my rope at, so that's fun. Alright, I hope he's respawned. Yes, and I hope this is the one. We have easily killed this fly like over 20 times, still no rope though. What's up, NV? Oh, that sucks. What about the weekend? Are you working on the weekend as well? That's not good, let me tell you. But funny enough, I also took a day off tomorrow, which is why I am streaming today. I don't have to wake up that early tomorrow. I mean, it has to be kind of early. I mean, I need to leave house like 9 AM, but still. That leaves me with options. Yeah, I would never ever want a job that makes me work on weekends. I used to work as a waiter and had my fair share of the rope. Wow. Oh my god, double shifts. Now, that's crazy. How is it that only medical professions ever end up having double shifts or very long shifts, or just basically being stuck in work for such a long time? While they're probably working some of the most important jobs that they probably shouldn't be very tired at. Also, this place really bugs me. Just look. This weird, out of nowhere piece of geometry. They were really throwing this place together in a rush or something. Okay, this has to be the one, right? No. What do you mean they can't fight people? It's like every single kid wants to be a doctor at some point, right? I feel like there's something wrong with the profession. Besides, it's not just doctors, it's also like nurses and stuff. How many girls want to be nurse when they are small? I mean, surely it's not a very easy job, but I think it would be way easier if people just started doing it more often. Wow, I think it's going to be 16 after all, guys. Look, we are more than halfway through. Right, I guess I'm going to end the poll. Yeah, just so nobody can change their votes now. In case any of you guys get any smart ideas. So the most popular vote was level 15, which is slowly becoming less and less likely. For whatever reason, nobody voted for 16. And the damselfly just doesn't want to come back. I'm just going to sit on my ass for a couple more minutes. I want to continue killing it as often as possible. After all, it takes precedence over everything else. Not yet, okay. How about now? Not yet, okay. Well, I'd rather not be stuck here forever, right? All these ropes just laying on the ground and we can't use any of them. There she is. Yep. We're missing a lot of stuff for this. For example, we're missing a very interesting stream that would be full of interesting places and cool new unlocks. But we are instead stuck hunting for a rope. I'm quite certain this is not what we were after. Hey man, welcome to the stream. As you can see, we are still quite very stuck in the cave. We need to drop a rope from a single damselfly, and it simply won't drop it. Yeah, it would have been a major waste to drop Swiss Army knives there though. Aren't those like 100k each or something like that? I think they were pretty expensive. No wonder, it's a pretty tedious questline. Alright, Marsstalker. I hope you take just enough time for the damselfly to respawn. Good. You were able to get away a little, you resisted, yeah, but you weren't good enough. The damselfly is not waiting for us yet. Yeah, I get it. Money means nothing in this game anymore. I remember where the times when like 100k could buy you pretty much everything the game had. I mean, yeah, I'm pretty happy with the Scimitar. It's really cool. I actually dropped 2 of them, so that's something, but I would really like to just get on with the challenge and go further. I guess let's start throwing bodies into the swamp or something. Boom. More light. More fish. More rope. Oh, there we go. Let's go then. This has to be the one, right? No, it doesn't. Obviously. My least favorite part about counting probability is, depending on how you look at the thing that you are counting probability for, it's going to give you different results. For example, if we only take into the account that single damselfly that we have been killing there, right? The chances of her dropping the rope is 1 in 20. So technically we should be getting it any time now, right? But if we also consider that we have been killing other damselflies in this area, and we did drop some ropes, alright? Then the probability of us dropping another rope, once we have already dropped a bunch of ropes from other damselflies, it's not that high anymore. Yeah, so forget about that other probability. Remember, only focus on that single damselfly up there. Heck, if we also count the probability of us dropping all those ropes from these guys over here, and we did get a lot of ropes as well, it's also going to be properly higher or lower. So remember, do not think about what is happening down here. We're not counting these guys. These drops do not matter at all. Only focus on that single damselfly up there, because we are long overdue for a rope drop from them. Oh yeah, I remember that you were trying to get that Elvish Bow for a long time, and it just wouldn't drop. And then I got it from like the rarest enemy they can drop from, right? I think I got them from fire starters, and they have a pretty low chance. How about now? No. Come on, we've got a nice stash of potions. I would like to use them today, okay? Let us escape Emerald Damselfly. No, still not. Wow. Oh, I would love to be able to put anything in my hand, but I'm afraid it's just not possible anymore. You used to be able to put stuff into your hands in Tibia, but they changed it quite some time ago. So as you can see, there's a rope. I cannot put it in my quiver, I cannot put it in my weapon hand, I cannot put it in my shield hand, and I cannot put it in my backpack hand. I cannot put it in my necklace hand or my ring hand, right? And yes, I know these are not hands. That was a joke. It was funny. And we are seriously about to hit level 16, so the way this is going, none of you guys are going to be correct. And for whatever reason, I'm going to go off scot-free. Even after I promised you Tibia coins. Don't you guys feel silly? You can't even guess properly. You disgust me. Almost as much as that drop rate of the rope on Damselflies. 1 in 20, seriously. These are early game tutorial enemies, please. Make them drop rope like every single time. What do you mean? It's not even funny. This is tragic, okay? Okay, guys. Still nothing. Huge news. We're stuck here for at least another 5 minutes. You didn't guess right, I am about to hit level 16 anytime now. I'm almost there. Oh, by the way, I forgot about a huge topic I want to talk about today. It's a good thing I started thinking about something else than this challenge. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I didn't catch that at the first moment. But then I realized you meant the hand joke. Anyway. The fact that we are delayed is quite a lot of trouble for me, at least. But right, I forgot what I was thinking about. Yeah, I mean, you were wrong, NV. It's not going to be 17. We're going to get it either 15 or 16. There's no way it takes us all the way till 17. So, a topic that I wanted to discuss right now. It's a good thing I remembered. Have you guys seen the news post on Tibia.com about them implementing a skill wheel in the game? So, skill wheel is going to be basically a skill tree, except circular, right? It's going to be round and branching into all the directions at the same time. And it's going to be mostly just personalized adjustments to different skill, at least from what I have seen. There's a poll on Tibia.com right now that you can go and fill out. Tell them if you like the idea or not. I think the very idea of skill wheel is pretty good, though there is also another set of polls that some people are asked to fill in when they log into the game. and they have revealed some of the skill wheel skills, and quite frankly, they are kind of underwhelming. So the only thing that they have come up with so far is like, I filled in the poll for knight skills, right? So they were asking about Fierce Berserk, right? Exoric Run. Oh, level 16, would you look at that? Anyway, Fierce Berserk, they asked if I would be more likely to use that spell if it was 5% cheaper to cast or did like 6% more damage, right? The questions were something like that. So they are thinking in terms of lesser spell cost or higher spell damage. So while a skill wheel would definitely need basic skill improvements or changes like these, sure, I would much rather see something slightly game-changing. Like, the only interesting skill that I read about in there was a change for Paladin's Ethereal Spear. That would make the Ethereal Spear deal less damage, but kind of chain between multiple enemies. That's a cool idea, right? We need more of those ideas. We want less of, what if this skill had 2 seconds cooldown less or did more damage? So I came up with a couple of interesting ideas that they might want to look into, though obviously I have nowhere to share those ideas with them, so I guess I won't. But what I would like to see for Knight would be to make challenge, right? Exitares, the spell that makes enemies target you instead of enemies and also makes them not run away. Have that skill cover a larger area in exchange for you taking more damage for the duration of the spell, right? That would be a pretty fair trade-off. It's way easier for you to catch aggro, you are way more adept, you have way easier time protecting your allies, but you are going to be taking more damage, so they also need to take better care of you, and you can't block as many anymore. That would have been a good kind of change. Oh, a rope, nice. We don't need it here though. Another change that I was thinking about, maybe something more wide, not just slight changes to a single skill, but maybe changes to all skills. For example, if we are still talking about a knight, reduce damage of your all AoE spells by a considerable amount, but make your single target spells have less cooldown and slightly more damage, so that you, instead of spamming Exori, front sweep, Exoric run, right? Instead of that, you would have to just weave between your 2 single target spells, the weapon throw and the strike, and maybe annihilation. You know, just a single target knight. Have a knight be able to play more than just one way. That's what the skill wheel and adjustable personalized skill system should be used for, and not just slightly changing the skills, because right now there is a meta. Oh, look, and there's Scimitar. And everybody knows the way you are supposed to play most efficiently. If you just change every single skill a little bit, right? Make it possible to improve damage or mana cost for every single skill, nothing is going to change really. Players are going to spend less mana casting their skills, players are going to deal a little bit more damage using their skills, but they are still going to be using the same skills in the same way. The chaining between enemies' Ethereal Spear, it's going to be more damage against multiple enemies. I think everybody is going to go for that one. I don't think there's any situation when a paladin doesn't have a ton of enemies running after him, so being able to do more damage AoE rather than more damage single target is going to be beneficial in every single case. So if you do changes like these, then there is going to be no trade-off and there is going to be no personalization of skills. It's going to be just the same stuff. Everybody is going to go for the same skills. There's going to be no downside to going for a certain amount of skills. and there is going to be no real change. Yeah, exactly. They have the potential to really alter some playstyles that aren't exactly very popular right now. Maybe improvements to summoning skills, perhaps, you know. A very underutilized spell nowadays, which I find really amazing for druids and sorcerers to summon any creature they want. Well, not exactly any. They have a list from which they can choose. They can't have any creature. They're quite limited, in fact. Imagine being able to add more creatures to that list, or perhaps boost that creature, depending on your magic level or how much mana you want to spend on that creature. Boost your summon damage, improve your summons, but in exchange, for example, you cannot cast Magic Shield anymore. That would be quite strong. Or they're quite weak, should I say. But maybe more cost to all spells that you cast, or less damage from spells that you cast. You know, just change the playstyle. Don't be afraid to experiment. If something doesn't work at all, or something is way too strong, then players are going to report it, and you're going to simply balance stuff out, right? It's not a problem to make some changes, numerical changes, if something seems too broken at some point. Oh, would you look at that? It sees. Yeah, that's a good point. Why not let a mage summon a dragon? Make it cost a lot of mana, I'm fine with that. Give some other downsides, but make summoning viable. It's such a cool skill. Maybe add some utility to illusion spell, right? The spell that allows you to turn into any monster that you want. Maybe add some utility to that. I don't know, maybe... Well, it would be quite strong, but for example, if you change into a troll, then other trolls won't attack you, but you cannot use any spells. And other creatures will still target you. That would be pretty cool. What else could we change for knights? There's this cool spell that targets ranged enemies and makes them fight you in melee. It's pretty good. You did suggest an option to make it target more than just 2 enemies, which is quite great. It definitely needs that sort of change, because nowadays I don't really use that skill at all. Maybe add another tweak that will actually make it target ranged enemies and not just randomly all enemies that target you. You know, don't count on it randomly just targeting a ranged creature, but actually make it go for creatures that keep their range, but in exchange have it target less creatures altogether or something like that. Well, maybe changing into a dragon and using dragon abilities is a little bit much. Code in. We don't want to alter the playstyle completely, just, you know, improve upon what already exists. Oh yeah, that would be pretty nice. Oh look, a rope from a damselfly. I sure do wish that happened over there. Any other ideas, guys? Let me think. How would we implement a berserker actually? Because right now what knights do, they just stand still and spam the three skills, right? The front sweep, berserk, and fierce berserk over and over. How do we change that? One of my ideas, like I said, reduce AoE damage, reduce single target skill cooldowns, have a single target damage dealer knight. That's pretty cool. Hey Milo Saking, you were able to join, that's nice. You didn't really miss much. We were stuck in this here cave trying to drop a rope for the entire 2 hours. We got all the drops we needed pretty much in the first 10 minutes of the stream, and then it's been just us walking around trying to get a rope to get out. Yeah, I can't really think of any good changes for a paladin though. I mean, I don't think they are going to allow a melee paladin. In fact, I don't think that's possible at all. But what they could do, right? Oh, and a rope drops again. What they could do is play around with Paladin's range. For example, you know how Holy Strike has a low range compared to Ethereal Spear? Ethereal Spear can throw pretty much around the entire screen, right? Not sure how many tiles that is, but it has a pretty good range. A Holy Strike, however, doesn't have that sort of reach. So maybe a skill that increases Holy Strike's reach, or a perk that decreases Ethereal Spear's reach, you know, stuff like that. Maybe decrease Paladin's reach altogether with all his skills and melee weapons, I mean ranged weapons, in exchange for more damage. That would be cool. Or the other way around, right? Increase reach, for example with spear weapons, but reduce his damage. Why not? I mean, melee paladin, obviously, if you can make it work, that would be great. It kind of works already, it's not horrible, but slightly changing things. Maybe add more damage to Divine Caldera, right? The Paladin AoE. But you cannot use ranged weapons, or maybe all your ranged weapons have no range or lower range. There is a ton of ways you can alter every single character's, every single vocation's playstyle. You just have to think really hard on it. Though I am afraid we might just end up with what they have presented so far, so just minor tweaks to skills with a very clear best option in every single case. I mean, they did say they would also have just basic stat increase, right? More HP, more mana, etc. That wouldn't be so bad. I mean, for us Iron Man, pretty much every single improvement over what we have already is going to be great. Even if it's not going to be tailored exactly to our needs, just being able to play around it a little bit, it's going to be huge. So yeah, I'm still quite happy with the idea of skill wheel. I would be ecstatic if they could do it properly, but if they don't, it's not going to be the end of the world for me either. But yeah, Mage Summoner, that would have been amazing. Not gonna lie. Oh, that's a good idea actually. Mage Summoner. You can summon creatures. I mean, let's keep it easy, right? Keep the same creatures that are already on the list, except they get massive boosts, right? They have already figured out a way to make creatures slightly stronger thanks to that dust system and fiendish creatures, right? They already have that in place. So just rework that slightly, allow mages to summon stronger creatures, and in exchange, their wands do not shoot projectiles, but they sort of act as melee weapons, right? That would be pretty cool. So just 0 range, or maybe 1 range, just to make it slightly less scuffed. And reduce their range of spells as well. Stuff like that would be quite great. Yeah, but honestly, the longer I think about it, the more likely it is they are just going to add skill damage or reduce skill cooldown, and nothing more. Yeah, Battle Mage, that would be pretty cool. Maybe some improvements to Magic Shield, you know? It doesn't have to be just one major skill change. They might weave in both, like... You know, it's supposed to be character personalization, more than just one. So for example, combine major changes to Magic Shield as well as summoning and do like a super tanky Summoner Mage. Imagine... Ooh, that would be great. Magic Shield, but also for your summons, right? That would... Oh, that would rock. So, you cast Magic Shield on yourself, it's going to be weaker for yourself, but depending on how many summons you have, it's going to get divided between you and also your summons. If they implemented something like that, along with the summon strengthening and other stuff. Oh baby. I mean, mages are going to be probably the easiest for them to rework. Knights also have quite a lot of potential, like I said. They can play around with the amount of damage dealt, the way you deal damage, right, between multi-target and single target damage. Knights seriously don't have enough single target damage skills. If you could spec into single target, it would be quite great, in my opinion. I way prefer single target damage knights. What else? Challenge skills, right? There's 2 of them nowadays. Have basic XTRS, affect greater area, more enemies, in exchange for a debuff to your damage or maybe your HP, maybe damage taken, whatever works best. Yeah, maybe just add 2 skills, like passives, that increase your damage but decrease your max HP, or increase your damage and decrease your damage taken, like, you know, a more offensive knight specialization versus more defensive knight specialization. But I really have no good ideas for Paladin, to be honest. Like melee Paladin, sure, but I'm 100% certain they're not going to do that. Actually, making monsters flee, yeah, that's something Candia proposed before, right? That would also be pretty amazing, not gonna lie. I mean, a little bit too strong, probably. It's not going to be just trolling people, right? Imagine you can make a demon run away and stop attacking you. That would be crazy. Just run up to a demon, you only have to take 1 turn of damage from him, probably, which you can tank because you're a knight, and then you make it run away. So everybody in your party can easily whoop them for however long they want. That would be pretty strong, right? But maybe if you properly limit it, like, you cannot make a creature run away if it has X HP times your magic level, something like that. Maybe increase the cooldown on the skill by a huge margin, just to make it a getaway skill rather than anything else. It can be made to work. Wow, we are almost level 17. I seriously did not believe that would happen. Just please, 1 rope drop. But not right now, later. Oh, it's actually past 10 already. Yeah, I was going to wrap things up around this hour, and I think I still will. But first, let's try and kill the damselfly for the final time. Hopefully we can leave this place. At least now, by the end of the stream. I don't care that the potions we've been collecting are going to go to waste. I just want to be out. So I've been considering that this time I might download these streams and make them into videos as well later on, once we do enough progress, just to sum things up. But so far, after those 2 streams, there's literally nothing to report. We didn't do anything important. We just got stuck in a cave. Okay, damselfly, listen to me. You need to drop the rope. You need... Okay, it doesn't need to drop the rope, apparently. Alright guys, I'm heading south, and I'm logging out. We might never really know whether we are going to get to level 17 or not. We'll find out next stream, I guess, which will happen in the future. I cannot tell when exactly, most likely Friday. Hopefully, we'll see. And hopefully we can do some actual progress. There's so much stuff we can do, but we are stuck here trying to drop a 1 in 20 rope for hacking 2 hours. Unbelievable. Right, so battle marker, please vanish so that we can just leave this place. So I guess we are also losing out on quite a lot of offline training, but I don't care at this point. If that's what happens, that's what happens. Yeah, take care, man. Thank you for watching. Sorry it wasn't too exciting, but yeah, what can I say?